Welcome to today's motivational story, Breaking Barriers, the journey of Daniel's determination. This is a tale of resilience, grit, and the unbreakable will to succeed. Daniel's story shows us that even when life puts up walls, the strength to break through comes from within. Daniel grew up in a small town where opportunities were few, and dreams seemed far out of reach. His family wasn't wealthy, and from a young age, he learned the value of hard work. His father worked long hours as a mechanic, and his mother took odd jobs to help make ends meet. For Daniel, getting an education and building a better future was his top priority, but there were always obstacles in his way. In school, Daniel excelled in math and science. He dreamed of becoming an engineer, fascinated by how things worked and how technology could change the world. However, the road to that dream was full of challenges. His school didn't have the resources or advanced classes that he needed to prepare for college, and his family couldn't afford to send him to expensive summer programs or tutoring. Despite these setbacks, Daniel refused to let his circumstances dictate his future. He knew that if he wanted something badly enough, he would have to work for it. So, Daniel took on a part-time job after school, saving every penny he earned. With the money he made, he bought second-hand textbooks and taught himself advanced math and science topics. He spent countless late nights studying, while his friends were out having fun. He understood that sacrifice was part of the journey. But even with all of Daniel's hard work, he faced rejection. When it came time to apply to colleges, many of the top engineering schools turned him down. He didn't have the fancy resume or the high-level connections that other students had. Rejection after rejection came, and each one felt like a punch to the gut. But Daniel didn't let those letters stop him. One day, while scrolling through online forums, Daniel came across a story about a student who had transferred from a local community college to one of the top universities in the country. That story inspired him. If someone else could take an unconventional path and succeed, why couldn't he? So Daniel enrolled in his local community college. At first, it felt like a step backward. Many of his high school peers were heading off to big universities, and he was still living at home, commuting to school and working part-time. But Daniel's focus never wavered. He worked hard, maintained a high GPA, and took every opportunity to learn from his professors. In his second year of community college, Daniel applied for an internship at a major engineering firm. The competition was fierce, and most applicants came from prestigious universities. But Daniel didn't let that intimidate him. In his interview, he spoke with passion about the projects he had worked on, the obstacles he had overcome, and his hunger to learn. His determination caught the attention of the hiring manager, and Daniel was offered the internship. That summer, Daniel proved himself at the firm. He worked long hours, absorbed everything he could, and made connections with engineers who had decades of experience. By the end of the internship, the firm offered him a part-time position while he finished his studies. This experience gave Daniel not only a foot in the door, but also the confidence to apply to top universities again. When Daniel reapplied to his dream schools, his resume now looked very different. He had real-world experience, glowing recommendations, and a track record of academic success. This time, when the acceptance letters came in, they were filled with opportunities. Daniel transferred to a prestigious university with a scholarship, something he had once thought was out of his reach. At the university, Daniel faced new challenges. The workload was intense, and many of his classmates had come from elite schools with top-tier educations. There were moments when Daniel doubted himself, wondering if he truly belonged there. But every time doubt crept in, he reminded himself of how far he had come. He remembered the nights spent studying alone, the rejections he had overcome, and the dream that had fueled his journey from the start. Daniel's persistence paid off. He not only graduated at the top of his class, but also received a job offer from the very engineering firm where he had interned. His story didn't stop there though. Over the years, Daniel rose through the ranks, eventually leading innovative projects that pushed the boundaries of technology. But Daniel's success wasn't just about his career. He remembered his roots, the struggle of growing up in a small town where opportunities were scarce. He wanted to give back, to help others who were in the same position he had once been. So, Daniel started a mentorship program for students from low-income backgrounds who wanted to pursue careers in engineering and technology. He visited schools, spoke to students, and shared his story, showing them that no dream was too big if they were willing to work for it. Daniel's journey teaches us all an important lesson. Life will put up barriers, but it's up to you to decide whether those barriers will stop you or push you to rise higher. He didn't let rejection, lack of resources, or self-doubt define his path. Instead, he broke through every obstacle with sheer determination and an unwavering belief in his ability to succeed. As we wrap up Daniel's story, remember this: success isn't just about talent or luck. It's about resilience. It's about pushing forward when others give up. It's about believing in yourself, even when no one else does. No matter where you come from, no matter the challenges you face, you have the power to break through any barrier and achieve greatness.